Thank you very much, Dave. So how many of you remember when was the first time you came out of college and applied for your first job? You remember? So you can close your eyes and go back to that time. With Ria's story, I'm going to introduce you today. Ria is a very pretty looking girl who graduated fresh from a small town college stroke university, and she goes to a big city in search of a job. Now, you see, Ria is different. She's not like us. She's not running for money. She's running for fulfillment. She's running for satisfaction. And she wants to work in a non-profit organization teaching small little kids. So she lands up a job in a great university in a big town, a small city girl landing into a big town, and she starts working for this beautiful school teaching young kids. And she's in the class teaching them how to write, and she said, let's practice small case letters today. And there in the corner there's a small little girl like and she's like, Sia, why are you laughing? And then Sia comes back quietly looking at the board. Now Sia is different. Sia is struggling from a life-threatening disease, and also she's so pretty that Ria, and incidentally the name rhymes, that Ria loves her so very much. But Ria has this beautiful smile. She's full of life, as if when you meet Ria, you feel as if you're actually feeling a fresh breath. You're feeling a garden of roses walking past you. Her face is shining like luster all the time. And that is Ria for you. Everyone loves Ria. And there comes a time in every girl's life where a special thing happens. And that special thing is Dave. Not this Dave. So there's a man who walks in her life. This one is D-E-V, Dave. And Dave walks into her life. Dave is a government officer, and he comes for regular inspection to schools. And one such day, he came to the school where Ria was teaching, and their eyes connect. Now, as in the movies, when the eyes connect, sparkles fly. And that is what happened in between Dave and Ria. Now, that was the starting point of the eyes, but then the next date was in a coffee shop. In the coffee shop, they're looking into each other's eyes, and they are looking and saying how beautiful your eyes are. Time flies, hours looks like minutes, one coffee after another, but they're sitting looking into each other's eyes. I don't know what they find there, but they find mystical, they find space, they find magic, and they keep on meeting in that coffee shop. Months become years, and after almost 2.5 years of meeting each other regularly in that coffee shop, suddenly Dave gets posted in a public election duty. Now Dave cannot talk to Ria for a long time. Ria is calling him, but Ria understands that Dave must be busy. And then suddenly something unusual happened. They are not talking for weeks, and she feels there's something not right out here. Now, obviously, Ria tries to call him, and one such time when she calls him, Dave said, Ria, you know I'm busy. Can you please not call me, and I'll call you when I have time. Ria's heart suddenly sank. And Ria is thinking, what did I do wrong? But Dave is busy in what he's doing. Now, Ria suddenly has become like someone who's lost his luster. The flower suddenly has dried up. Everyone who meets Ria, they are in so much misery. That Ria, that bubbly, chirpy little girl, what happened to her? As if somebody took away her happiness, like you throw a stone in a deep valley and it vanishes. Ria doesn't know what to do. And then one fine day a call comes, and her face lights up and looks at the phone. It's Dave. But this time Dave says, Ria, can we meet at the coffee shop? And again her heart drops. Ria he doesn't sound like my Dave. And with trembling voice, he goes to the coffee shop. In the coffee shop, they're sitting, and Dave tells Ria, I'm not good in this. But Ria, I just want to tell you that we can't continue this anymore. And Ria is frozen. She doesn't know what to say. And they said, we cannot continue this anymore because I met someone in office and I love her so very much. And even my parents like her. She's just great in every aspect. So thank you for your time, but I can't continue this. And she doesn't know what to say, and he walks away right then and there. What happens to Ria? As if a tsunami comes and wipes out the whole community, suddenly her whole life is wiped away. Her whole life goes in front of her eyes, and she walks like a zombie out of that coffee shop, goes home and reaches her room and cries. She cries as if a bowl has fallen down on the floor, like a glass bowl shattered into pieces. Ria doesn't know what to do. She's looking in zero for a long, long time, doesn't know what to do. And suddenly, she takes the stool, gets up, takes a rope, ties it on the ceiling, and hangs on that fan. And while she was hanging on the fan, ring, the phone rings in the corner of the room, and Ria says, okay, let me take one last call. She walks, gets down off the stool, takes the phone, and there's a call from the orphanage. That girl, Sia, she loves so much, who was fighting from a life-threatening, is in hospital. So next thing she finds herself is in the hospital sitting, and the doctor comes, we need blood. And obviously Sia says, I can, my blood matches. And next thing she finds herself is on the bed. She's lying on the bed, my friends, and she's giving blood. But in the glass pane she can see people walking. You see, this is a very poor hospital. People are in torn clothes. People are in fragile frames. Possibly they have not eaten one good meal in the whole week. But there's a sparkle in their eyes. There's a sparkle in their eyes to live. There's a sparkle in their eyes of hope. And Ria is one man. I can let one man kill my hope. For one man I'm going to give my life away. And she said no. That was a realization which shifted something into her. And the next morning, a new dawn arises, and Sia decides to have a brand new life. So my friend, I don't know about you, but this story shifted something in me. This story told me that sometimes in life we have such a big problem that we think that's the end of the world. But no, that's not the end of the world. When such a thing comes to you, just pause. Pause and look around you. There are people in Syria, there are people in Afghanistan, there are people all over the world which have far larger problems than you do. And at that time, you will feel your problem is so tiny. But even then, if you don't feel your problem is tiny, then pause again and tell yourself, if I want to throw this life away, let's throw it in dedication of helping those who need this help. Let's throw this life for someone who can use it. Let's throw this life for people other than myself. Thank you very much.